Welcome back. Hi, Adam. Welcome to the channel. First appearance on this channel, I think.
Yes, it is, Scott. Hi. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've just streamed for 2 hours, so
Wow.
yeah. So you know me. I can talk with the best of them.
Exactly that, mate. You never run out of conversation, which is a good thing.
I've just had a quick coffee in the 10-minute break, and I've got a glass of water here, so hopefully we'll be all right. So yeah, I just wanted to chat. All joking aside, Adam. Well, give us the elevator pitch. Sorry if I'm not looking directly at the screen. The webcam's over here, but I want to look at Adam's lovely, beautiful face. So I sort of look at my other screen over here. I will work on the setup. Yes, I know I will work on it. So Adam, give us the elevator pitch for your channel, which is called Edge of Exmoor.
Okay, so yes, Edge of Exmoor, very aptly named. I thought it took a little bit of thinking about, but we are actually, Minehead is actually on the edge of Exmoor, as not only geographically, but it's also on the coast, which is the bitter edge, and it was born out of an absolute passion for the area in which I live in, and I've lived here all my life. As a child, I spent my childhood and early adulthood down on the harbour, which was a fantastic place to be, even though sometimes at the time we didn't think it was. But it's a good place, and it's a very interesting place, and I've just got an absolute passion for it. It's got a very rich history, and it was where Minehead actually started. The original Minehead was Keytown, which is now Key Street, which is the harbour area, both Key Street and Key West. So that was it. It was just born out of a passion to tell people about it, to tell people about what an interesting and wonderful place it is. It all started off with my blog, that's edgeofexmoor.co.uk, and which gets looked at. I don't push it enough, but hopefully today, talking to you, I'll get a little bit of impetus and inside information of how I can get more people looking at it, and to give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Okay, so
there was remind me, was the blog the start of it, and the videos are to back up the vlog content, blog content?
Exactly that. It's to add to the blog content, because sometimes, I can write, not write for England, but I can write, they're certainly not long form blogs. Yeah. They're relatively short form blogs, but I try to keep them as concise as possible. And, but as you can see, I've got a face for blogging rather than vlogging.
Join the club. Starting the podcast. And you've tried many things in the past, like, so as in you've tried starting up a podcast, and you've done like a different vlogging channel as well, haven't you? Did a couple of episodes. Have you got a slightly different YouTube channel?
Yes. Okay. So the podcast, again, let's start right back at the beginning. The first thing we did was the Minehead and Exmoor Chronicle newspaper, which we did 3 editions of, all of which were very successful. I'm not talking about financial success. I'm talking about actually what they brought to people's lives and what interest they generated in the local area. Unfortunately, at the time of releasing the third edition, we just basically ran out of time, and I was personally funding it from my own pocket. So I think one edition paid for itself. The other 2 were solely funded by myself, and with a little financial help from my colleague, Don Davis, who was doing it with me. And it was basically a case of, we just didn't have the time to go and see advertisers and potential writers. And it just died a death. I did put it online. It's on Issue, ISSW, as well. All the back, I think there's 1 or 2 solely digital editions on there, and certainly 3 that were printed and published digitally. And that was a case of running out of time. So, which was a great shame, because it had a good following. There it is on the screen in front of you. Yeah. So there's 2 digital ones with the green banner, and the 3 printed and digital editions are the fancy looking old style, as it were.
So then, yeah, and you're selling adverts. You're selling adverts in this one as well. So, where do you see it? Like, so obviously you haven't done a few blogs for a while, and like you said, you want to sort of fire it up back potentially. Is that what is your goal with it? Is it to sort of, if you could make a bit of revenue or a bit of side hustle money from this vlog /blog, and whatever that turns out
Yeah.
to be, like, would you what is it you looking to do as full time? Are you looking just to make a bit of money on the side, or what's that goal in 3 years' time?
Okay, so to do it full time would be really a little bit of a dream shot to tell people about what I absolutely love would be a dream shot. And you know, they say whoever they are, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That would be fantastic. At this point in time, as everybody else coming out of lockdown with people losing work and being on furlough and stuff, the main aim at the moment is to pay the bills, which is a very not a sad state of affairs. It's just life gets in the way, and at the moment I'm concentrating on paying the bills. If I could make money from this or something similar, it will be fantastic. It will be absolutely great, and it's something that I'd love to do, because again, I'd never work a day in my life because it's something I love doing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would say. I would obviously get into the channel in a bit, but it's interesting just to know the idea of the channel, and looking from a branding point of view. You need to update your YouTube banner, but looking from from me, which is why I sort of kept on to you about making episode 3. You've made two videos, but like, what's funny to me is like you've got this now. You've got this domain name which has been there for a while. It's got some search history. Adam knows I've got a bit of search, web design background, and search, Google search knowledge and experience. So you've got a domain there now that's been there for a while, that gets visits, and you've got a lot of the country looking for staycations. Like, yeah. Straight away, you said the magic word, the staycation word. Now, recently, I do a little bit, as you know, but many people won't know. I do a little bit of web design on the side mainly for friends, but people who I do it for who have become friends. And I do a couple of websites for a gentleman on the south coast, and he owns a big fast charter fishing boat, and which was another part of my life, but that's for another episode. And that's episode 3 of your vlog.
That's episode 3 of my vlog.
Yeah.
And he is just, so he's doing charter fishing, so he's taking paying passengers out to catch fish on this nice big fast charter boat. He's also broken into the loosely termed UK sea safari market, where you pay a fee to be taken out for the day on the boat. You get lunch provided. He'll take you to see the dolphins, the seals.
Where's that based then? Where's that?
That's based at Lymington.
Okay.
In Hampshire.
Right.
There's quite a few of these companies that have popped up now. There's a very, very popular one and a very, very good one down at Ilfracombe called the Ilfracombe Sea Safari, and they've got 3 or 4 boats now, and they're highly successful.
Where's that on your blog?
It's not.
Well, exactly.
Exactly that.
What you've just literally said to me is just like someone will want to go on and go see. I know this is. I mean, you've got Ilfracombe there and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I know it's Edge of Exmoor, but like pushing. I know, and you're based in Minehead, but like
I mean, Ilfracombe is the bitter end of Exmoor, as it were, but it's still just in the back.
But it's still like, if you're coming down, what I'm finding is that lots of people, like a couple of Patreons that have come down, are sort of discovering Minehead for the first time potentially. And like that YouTuber that came down, John Rochford, he's never been to Minehead before. And I think we're at that stage now where hopefully, with obviously what I've been doing with Minehead and stuff like that, and showing off in a joking way, but showing off some lovely footage, we have got potentially, there's an audience there that want to come down and don't just want the Butlins experience. And I think stuff like that is going to be huge for the area. Like, and almost like, so if you look at social media and influencers at the moment, everyone's moving away from, obviously you've got the huge influencers, but you are moving down to the next level. It's not micro influencers and micro marketing. And it's like companies would rather contact 20 of people my level and all wear their shirt, all wear their design, than spend a lot of money on giving one bite to one influencer. And I think with something like you should start talking to Minehead Beard. You should start contacting. There's no reason, because this blog is here now, and again, this is more like business chat that me and you have over coffee. than just the YouTube channel. We will get into the YouTube channel. There's no reason you shouldn't start like turn this into a directory. Turn this into start contacting B&Bs and say, look, I've got this blog. I'm looking at, obviously you can't say I'm looking to fire it up again. And hopefully they don't watch this video.
Course. Yeah, of course.
But you straight away you click on. So with that in mind, obviously you've got you got one logo at the top, you've got one logo font there, you've got one logo there, and then you've got another logo on that. So I will kick your ass so hard if I don't see a synergy between the brand. And we'll go into branding. Me and you have a laugh about all of our branding and stuff like that. But I think there's no reason why you can't have a nice little book, where you've got places. Clavelli, Paul. I mean, you love Clavelli. I mean, I've got a drone. You can, get you trained up on it and get you to do your flyer ID. You've got a drone sat there waiting to go out and get some lovely shots of this place. You could go to the B&Bs and say, look, if you want to use this drone footage and stuff, you could go and clip a little video together for some of these places and say, look, if you want to feature on the homepage, I'm going to put together a little 2-minute video for you. It's going to include a few photos because you know how to use a camera, and I'm going to do a lovely voiceover in my lovely Southwest. Not me, you. You're lovely, and just say this B&B is based on right in the heart of Minehead, and go there. You could contact one person. You could just like contact 5 of the best B&Bs and places in the local area that might want to take you up on that. And
you see, these are things now, and that I'll be absolutely honest with you, I haven't even thought about, because purely this was done as I don't know what you call it, a self-interest project.
So, I know another self-interest project that started last year and turned into something.
But it's and talking to you, I mean, we talk a lot. For the guys who don't know us, we do talk a lot. We used to work together in the print industry, and so
we've been through industries that have died on their arse, and
right,
a couple of times.
Yeah, absolutely right, literally.
So
so we know each other well. We often talk about business. We often talk about business ideas, and my main issue is, apart from massive procrastination about not doing anything and getting too overwhelmed.
Just to jump in there, I know how to fix that. I've got the best tip for fixing overwhelm. I'm going to clip this bit out as well. So if you are a procrastinator and a perfectionism, if you struggle with those two things, all you have to do is start a daily vlog. That's all you have to do. You just, because you can't have perfectionism or procrastination when you're doing a daily vlog. I've done more work whilst doing the vlog than I ever have done. Not just because of the vlog, because I've been like, every moment is like, right, well, I've got to edit a vlog later. That vlog might happen at 2 a.m. It might happen at 7 p.m. I've got to edit it. But starting something in the morning, and you should try this. This is what I'm going to say to you is I want you to do a daily vlog for 2 weeks.
Interesting. Very interesting.
If you start and see what happens, we'll go into the YouTube again in a minute, but like, see what would happen if you vlog for 2 weeks. And I'm not saying they have to be arty or loads of time lapses. I'm just saying you're going out, walk a day with Adam. You just go for a walk a day. You go out anyway, most days, don't you, for 20 minutes, or you're on your lunch break at the morgue. and you just say, look at the, and just show off the area, because there are channels out there, and especially local people, that are going out showing some countryside. Most of the people aren't sort of, and even me, they're not showing the sort of real life Minehead. It's always like, I've seen Minehead Bidder doing a little advert, which is just all plinky clunky DSLR, sort of nice smooth shots of signs and stuff like that, where, let's me and you go and have some fish and chips on the seafront and have a chat for 10 minutes, upload it as a vlog.
No, that does sound like a very good idea, and I'll hold my hand up in that. 3 or 4 years ago, I spoke to another gentleman who operates or who was producing a bit like a Joe Rogan sort of chat show on YouTube called Inspired Edinburgh. Guy's called Elliot Reeves, and he did a service where you could ask him for advice. Obviously, he charged a fee. He charged me, I think it was £77 for an hour of his time. And the first thing he said was, stick a camera in front of your face, mate, in a broad Scottish accent. He said, go out, walk around. He said, talk to the camera. He said, do a daily vlog. And at the time, he was doing a daily vlog. There it is, Inspired Edinburgh. And I think his business is branched into different things now, but he started by blogging and interviewing people from his home city of Edinburgh. It's a fascinating, I would recommend that anybody looks at it, actually. And there's one particular guy on there called Cole Gray, who's a Scottish graphic designer, and his episode is fantastic. But he started off doing a daily blog, and not with anything fancy either. No fancy equipment. You know, people think you have to have £1,000 DSLR with a £500 microphone, blah, blah, blah. You don't. My last 2 episodes, well, certainly my first episode, I filmed on a 6-year-old iPhone SE. Yeah. You know, so it can be done, and the quality's not too shabby, if I don't say so myself.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I think like, obviously that blog, if you want to push the blog, which is great, and you've sort of linked it up here as well, haven't you? Up here, and you've got Facebook. I say you've got something there. You've created something. You kind of need not help, but you know what? If you were looking at this externally, you would say exactly the same thing with the fonts and the different logos, and you need that brand. And exactly. you might even want to revisit this brand anyway, and make it a bit more. You know, that font's a little bit.
That
you're sort of clashing.
That was done very quickly on a whim one afternoon, thinking, well, I've got to do it, so I'm going to do it. You know, so and you're right.
Yeah, and you can see here, I like the idea with the 3 waves. You probably can't see it that well, can you? If I open it in, I like the idea with the 3 waves. You know, because technically I see an E, edge of Exmoor, E. all that kind of things. But you could easily, even if you wanted to keep that thing, let's say 4. What year are we in now? 3 years ago. You've improved as a graphic designer over the last 3 years, and I know you can bash out something better than that. So I would work on the branding, and really push it, isn't it? Really, I mean, there's plenty of videos out there which are getting views, and people are getting a following for doing exactly what you're doing. It's just that they are doing it, and you're not.
No, I'm not. Simple as that. That is a simple answer to doing it. Just to interject slightly, I've got an Instagram account as well. And that's currently got, it's no great shakes, but I've got 565 followers on that.
Let me just go and find it on your website.
It's not there, is it?
Can't see it. No.
Schoolboy error.
And again, you haven't had a kick up the arse or a passion for this for a while, and we can sit down and we can go through everything. And this is a Wix website, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah, so it probably need a little tidy up here and there. Wix have got some great things where you just put your Instagram account in and you get all of your photos come up really nicely.
Right, okay.
And it just obviously it updates. So like if you went to go to Stuart Lowen, so these here are our Instagram posts.
Okay, so just hover over again. So that picks up the text from the post as well.
Yeah. So obviously that was, when was that? Was that posted today? And it will just pop up here and you can just slip through. But obviously it looks like the website's being updated. Oh, there's Ed Laverack.
Haha.
There's a little Ed Laverack.
There he is.
So it's stuff like that. And that's a way of, I think that's the tip for keeping your website fresh without having to do anything technically. If you're posting to Instagram anyway, and you've got a lovely eye for photos and everything. So you've got to kind of like link those up, but posting it to everywhere. And TikTok might not be a good platform for you, but I find on TikTok, I'm finding that some of the big accounts are doing completely the opposite for what TikTok's being used for. So they are doing the minute of, hi guys, right? Just it's almost like there's people on there doing daily vlogs. There's someone blown up she's been doing like 20 daily vlogs all the time, and it is just literally a YouTube vlog cut into 30 seconds throughout the day. So because obviously TikTok's very noisy, you know, scroll, bang, 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 especially my main stuff, bang, bang. So when you come across something, same with thumbnails, if you're looking at the same thumbnails all the time, like say my main channel, and it's just like, rah, and then all of a sudden I put one on which is just like nice and gentle and arty, you guys are going to go to it. So I would.
Okay, that's a good thought. That's another good suggestion. And as I say, because of my horrendous procrastination issues, the trouble is I want it to be perfect, and I know
you can't.
And I know there's no such thing as perfection, because something can always
this
be
is the trouble, Adam. It's like, if you want it to be perfect, this is what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, one year ago, and that
exactly.
You know me, I would be exactly the same. If Behind the Com was wanting to be this arty kind of vlog, there's no way. I'm on 110 daily uploads at the moment. So
yeah.
You know, and I sit down sometimes and I think, Christ, like, this is a rough one, but you just got to do it. And I'm not saying it's going to grow the channel. What I'm saying, it's more beneficial to you as a video creator if you could promise to do, and I'm not saying 30 days, I'm just saying 2 weeks.
Right.
You know, and I would like to see shorts as well. I mean, obviously, you know, my main channel, my shorts channel is blowing up, and it's not just to say, that's what thing is, when you blow up on something, people are like, oh, shall I do it? Shall I do it? And no, it's not for everyone. But you've got this, you had this channel for a while as well. It's you know, technically it's dead in the water.
It is.
I would say, yeah.
It's on the ground. It really has. And we need to refloat her.
Yeah, we do. And I think shorts would be a Kickstarter for that. It would be like, if you could sort of get consistency with the shorts, I'm not saying in a week's time any of them are going to pop, but they might in three months' time, when people are booking their sort of winter holidays, seeing what's about.
Just clarify one thing for me. Do you have to have a certain amount of subscribers on your main channel to be able to produce a shorts channel? No.
A shorts channel is just another YouTube channel. I'm saying for you, make shorts content for this channel.
Oh, gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, technically,
yeah.
Without trying to overload you too much, I would say Edge of Exmoor shorts would be a great thing, because to grow a new channel of purely shorts would probably be easier than coming back into this one and trying to tell YouTube, I made 2 videos a year ago and I've stopped since. That account authority is going to be so low. It's going to take a while, which hopefully, if you share on Facebook your daily videos, and you can't just hide them, you can't just upload them, and I mean, you got more friends on Facebook than 26. Better like it. I get caught out now when I'm doing this kind of stuff. Yeah. So anyway, right. So goal. I think you want to be doing this full time, and what I'm saying is, like, I don't see this channel as Edge of Exmoor. I see it as Adam James's channel.
Okay.
And I just don't think you're confident enough to call it Adam James.
I'm not. Absolutely correct.
Because I'm the same. Like, there's a reason Behind the Com was called Behind the Com.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, how a 6'6", 300-pound person can be unconfident, but I can, you know, and it's it's been a lifelong, without getting too maudlin, a lifelong battle, really. And I think a lot of people, if they're brutally honest with themselves, will say the same.
100%, and that's why I put your main screen there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not too confident.
I'm not very confident. But yeah, so no, all what you're saying makes perfect sense to me. And you know that quite often I'll call you if I've got a graphic design issue. I will, for those that are listening, I will call Scott, because he is the OG. Okay, certainly in my circle of close friends.
Yeah, I've got many.
quite often, keep it small, so quite often. Just the act of phoning him and him not even answering my call, which quite often he doesn't, and just the act of calling him when his phone's been ringing, the answer will come to me. Now, I don't know.
I don't answer the phone.
That's why you don't answer the phone. But certainly yesterday,
we won't embarrass you, Adam. We won't embarrass you and make you describe what happened yesterday on the phone, will we?
No, please don't.
Let's just say colour printers.
Oh, mate, old people in technology.
But you need that, yeah. I mean, we're good friends, and I know usually when the phone's ringing, I'll always answer it unless I'm in the middle of something. Robbie's the same. You never answer the bloody phone to me. I was like, well, yeah, because I was on a voice call. I'm like, if he called now, I'm not going to answer it. And later on, he go, bloody called you earlier. Are you busy or something? It's like, anyway. So what I'm saying is that Edge of Exmoor should be almost a sideline to Adam James. And you are a great graphic designer. And I said before, I think I said in a live stream the other day, I don't know if you were in there, it's almost like the only bit missing with you is getting it from there out onto the screen.
Oh, I've got some fabulous ideas, mate, but I seem to have this missing link from here to here.
Yeah.
I'll bring the hand back in shot to here.
Yeah.
And
which that's like a creative thing. That's like anyone that's done anything creative is like, I'm sure there's more. Well, there's obviously more people like that. It's like they say like in school, don't they? It's like you can teach as long as you're creative. They could teach you to be a painter. They could teach you to use a computer to make art. They can teach you to, as long as you've got that creative thing. It's only tools, and your tool just needs a bit of polishing up on the head to screen. Whereas, and say, as you know, I've always been good at that.
Genuinely.
But better than that, than maybe the creative side, if that makes sense. Maybe my skill of being able to get what I want out on screen overwrites someone more creative that can't.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've got some fantastic ideas. I get people coming to me for logos, for websites. Not a lot. Excuse me, it's not Rona. And I've got this wonderful idea of how I want it to look, of how I think that how their logo would really further their brand. And it's not necessarily my favorite thing that I've given them, but it's certainly the thing I think that will give them the tools to further their brand. So it's best for the brand and not best for the creator, which is what it should all be about, really. I mean, we can all create enough passion projects ourselves to be satisfied in that respect. But to actually get something that's actually good for the brand. Now, I'm going to toot my own horn here for a second.
Oh, we'll get them demonetized.
Yeah, I know. There we go. There's a logo or an icon from a logo that I designed for a young chap in Minehead who runs a building firm, groundworks firm, shall I say. And he wanted something in the logo. He wanted a shovel and the company name. The company name's initials are TC. So I made a shovel icon that looks like a T and a C on its edge. And he absolutely loves it. And he got these caps printed, and he knocked by Robbie the merch man, by the way, Southwest Customized Clothing, for those who don't know. And he came knocking at my door one night with this cap in his hand. I said, I've got to give you this. I absolutely love the thing. He said, and everybody I know has asked me for one. So straight away, he's monetized his business in a completely different way by producing merch that people are buying and wearing. And it's not cheap throwaway stuff. It's really, really, really good quality stuff.
Well, is that the Flexi Fit?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the back pedal. That's what we're using for the back pedal caps.
It's a very good fit, And he had a string of people asking him, get me some done. We're like, look at it. So it's almost, and forgive me for saying this, it's almost like his company or his brand has taken a completely new turn, and it's now could now be a
brand in itself.
A brand in itself. It could be a fashion line, a clothing line now. And I think he has had some other things printed that have got nothing to do with construction. But I'll double check in with him again soon and see how it's going, because he got some other garments printed that were purely a fashion brand and nothing to do with his business.
I'm glad you spoke about that, because this is where obviously this website, and it's like you got to find what you're passionate about. Mm-hmm. And I know you're passionate about the area, but is it more, do we need something higher up than Edge of Exmoor? And so for me, I guess, very similar in a lot of ways. Com Hunt TV was the sort of thing that just went whoa, woof, and sort of went, right, I'm going to set up a website. And you know me, like, it's almost part of the joke. I'm going to do my own CBD oil and stuff like that, and I do it. And obviously with the marketing background and the graphic design background, I can just do it myself, and I don't have to go to a graphic designer and go, right, what I want to do is, you know, create a website, which would be a very costly thing to do if you didn't know how to do it. And but I can do that and send that out to brands and stuff. What I'm saying with you, I don't want you to do this channel if actually Adam James needs his own channel, which Edge of Exmoor is almost a playlist of it.
Good point. Very good point. Very, very good point.
Because you just, what you've just done there, you've just shown, we're supposed to be reviewing your YouTube channel. We've just talked about the logo you've done. Someone you set up a website for.
I know.
How many people you've helped? How many people are coming to you for stuff like that? And it's only your lack of confidence why you haven't, you know, run with that and gone, actually, I could just sit and turn the camera on myself and just go, right, guys, why you could just turn the camera on and just go, I've just designed this coffee. The idea behind this is I wanted to be different. You see coffee, and I've crossed out all this. It says no BS, and we've done little bits there, and it might just change this brand's history, goals in the future.
Yeah.
But you've got to make sure whichever move you make now is in the correct direction.
Yeah, absolutely. I was listening to a very interesting podcast yesterday, driving back from Wales, and by the Logo Geek. I expect you've heard of him.
Yeah.
And he was interviewing, I think it was Sagi Haviv and Ben Burns, both of which I'm big fans of, along with Aaron Draplin. And Ben Burns was saying it's not necessarily knowing where you want to end up, but just going in the right direction. So if you think where you're going to end, you want to end up is west, just start heading west.
Yeah.
If you think it's north, just start heading north and you'll get there, but just set out on the correct course so you can get to your destination or the place you want to be or where you want your brand to be or where you want your company to be. If you just set out in the right direction, and he was, you know, very convincing that was one of the keys to success, was actually just start moving in the right direction. It doesn't have to be straight towards your end goal, but as long as it's in that direction.
And I think you take that in everything, can't you? Like like with your YouTube channel now, there's no point doing vlogs on Edge of Exmoor if actually in 6 months' time you can say, actually, I'll just be happier talking about graphic design but you can do all of that within. People talk about niching down way too much, and I'm obviously very guilty of niching down. I've got a comedy main channel. I've got a shorts channel now, which is obviously like technically, you know, they are linked together. It's just they're on a different channel. Behind the com, like you're saying, that's directionless. It's just like it started off as stuff like this and tech review of the glasses and stuff like that, and following my journey as a video creator. And that's why this is the channel, like, I feel that puts me back on that sort of course and to do what I want to be doing more full time. You know, I want to be doing it more full time. So
yes, I do. Yeah, most certainly. But you know, perhaps all those little double down niche things that you're doing are guiding you in the right direction, because at the end of the day, even if just making those other videos apart from this channel is honing your skills as a video creator, that's putting out the Sunday, I haven't filmed anything for the Sunday episode, and I've got something planned to film tomorrow. Whereas normally I'd be sweating if I hadn't filmed anything by the Wednesday, and I think I've got to go out Saturday for the Sunday premiere, and then I've got to edit it overnight, and now I just think I'll do it. I've done it before. I'll go out on Saturday afternoon. When you're doing the daily vlogs, one episode like that feels like it's easy. So, right. Let's just jump into your channel, because we've been talking for 34 minutes. We actually haven't talked about your channel, but what we wanted to do is work out a direction, and I'm not super clear of the direction you should take. But what I do know is, after like just talking to you then, is like you're super passionate about the design and side of things.
we just got to work out if Adam James is the top level and Edge of Exmoor is your playlist of daily vlogs around the area, and you also have a playlist of Adam James, graphic designer, or if Edge of Exmoor is Adam James and you go down the other way. So Edge of Exmoor design, you have a playlist and you do design for bits and pieces, and you do a few, I don't know which way to go. And I know you've got a few domain names and stuff like that, so there's no worry there. Just
to interject on that, I've been watching a lot of videos lately by a creator called Athena Mello, and she lives, I think, in the Peak District and predominantly lives the outdoor life and makes some really, really good videos. And they're how I want my videos to look and sound, my Edge of Exmoor videos to look and sound. But as well as sort of her local area, going around walking and telling people about that, there she is, look, there she is, bless her heart. And she also runs a company called Ramble Co, where she sells her own branded products. But there's no YouTube channel called Ramble Co. It's all done under her name.
Yeah.
And, you know, she introduces her products and her business into not daily vlogs, certainly I think they're weekly maybe, but she's got a lot of followers, as you can see, a lot of subscribers, sorry.
Yeah.
And, you know, she just seems to have hit it right for herself. I'm not saying it's right for me, but for herself, she's hit it right because she's promoting her brand, promoting her products, and promoting her passion, which is living the outdoor life.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great engagement and stats, and it's so dedicated following. Yeah, helps when you're that attractive as well.
Well, what can I say? It does.
Yeah, unlike us. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, 4 million views. Fantastic, isn't it? So, yeah, I think so. Let's just look at your channel then. So, I think whatever happens, and I'm not saying create a new channel called Adam James tomorrow. What I'm thinking is that set your goal for 2 weeks. We'll come back in 2 weeks' time. You'll have uploaded, and it doesn't have to be, again, doesn't have to be the 15-minute thing. Doesn't have to be the thing. And we'll look into the engagement so you can actually see what's happening there with what people are liking, what people aren't liking. We've only got 200-ish views, so we haven't got a lot of data and 2 videos, but we can still learn stuff off 2 videos.
Yeah. I mean, certainly going to episode 1, I had a very quick look. I mean, I know nothing about the back end, hold my hand up, but I had a very good look. I had a quick cursory look at the engagement, and it seems to drop off when I stop talking. Drop off when you stop talking? Yeah. That's the opposite to my channel. Yeah, I mean, mine goes up as soon as I stop talking, and I just show GoPro footage. But I might have interpreted it wrong. I don't know. But have a look and see what you think. Yeah, let's go to that. Edge of Exmoor. So you've added me as an analyst, so I can see. So I can see all this. If there's any people watching the live chat, 5 people watching, a record, I think. So do comment below, see what you think. Should Adam continue with this channel? Should he start an Adam James one? You can see here a year ago, behind the comma, commented nice to try and convince him to talk that. So let's go and have a look here. Hopefully you can see it all right, Adam. I hope it's not too small. Yes, absolutely. So, obviously, YouTube hate you. YouTube, you've put 2 videos out and then you've done a runner. They're not going to start showing your videos just by magic, which absolutely why I think we could trigger it with a short. We could trigger it with a few days of content to get people back in. And I think the people that have subscribed to you, they will watch you. It's not that you've got, I don't know, 5,000 followers and you haven't put a video out for a year, and all those 4.5 of those 1,000 people aren't going to bother coming back. Everyone that's subscribed is going to come back. So let's go last lifetime. So 200 views. See, look at this. So 8%. Right. So this was your first vlog way back in 438 days ago. You can see you had a little nudge here. These are little YouTube nudges. So you do get a little push. And what they'll be doing is just testing it on a few different audiences, pushing out to a few more people, only small, very small, or you might have shared it, or I might have shared it, or something like that, and you might have got a few. Yeah, you're not going to get monetized with 3.6 hours of watch time, but the most important thing is just see where
where it's coming from. 10%. See, 10% of search is really good, especially for a video that hasn't done a lot. So Edge of Exmoor. So people, no one's coming there. Right. So Google. So look at that. So 10% of the external traffic is coming from Google search. Again, we're not talking big numbers, but it's still, you triple this, and potentially if you've got one video that's been found in Google search, the most annoying thing is that you can't go and find out what that Google search was.
Right.
Even if you had the Google Analytics and stuff like that. So obviously it should be picked up from that. So let's just go back. Right, let's just walk through this one first. So we'll look at the engagement, and then we'll come back to the title and the thumbnail, because I want to give, again, these are so old that you would do things completely different, and I'm not like laying into you. I can lay into you, and I know you're not going to get offended. And I also know you watch a lot of YouTube.
I do. Yeah.
So again, like the graphic design, what makes Rob Smith's here, by the way. He's showing off his hats. Hi, Rob. And hey, Rob. Pierre Alain, Pam.
Hey, Pierre.
What makes a good YouTube video. You just might not know how to film what makes a good YouTube video.
Yeah. Again, it's that missing link again,
Yeah.
I am taking notes, by the way.
Yeah. So let's just have a look. So, it drops quite quickly. Yeah, 36%. See again. So what would happen here if you were? You probably can't hear. You can't hear the video, I assume.
No.
StreamYard needs to sort out. So what happens here? You can see here. You're talking. You're just talking, which is great. And I love the sound. The sound is brilliant. So if you haven't watched it, go and watch it and listen to the sound. It's only a little external microphone, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a little. It was a Rode Micro Video or Video Micro. There it is.
Which doesn't matter about the quality of your recording. Sound is super important, which is where I get let down a bit on the main channel. People will click off a video a lot sooner if the sound is bad compared to the video thing. So this is why people say this. Sound is so important. Video takes a second step back from the sound. So sound is the most important thing. So and that's why you get people like Mr. Beast will always say he doesn't even bother filming in 4K because it looks too good for YouTube. And but they do really focus on the sound, even though it might not seem like it. So I would say here, you're dropping down. Obviously, it's a smooth thing, but what ideally we'd want 50%. So we'd want it to be, before it drops down to this kind of range, we want it to be high up here. So, but what would happen there? You are just talking, and it's nice to listen to. No one knows who you are.
Very true.
You've had two videos. Like, who is this guy? I've clicked on here. I want to see a Culvercliff walk around Minehead. I've spent the first. Here we go. And Culvercliff is starting to come in 3 minutes into the video. They probably clicked off before that because they thought they were promised a Culvercliff walk around Minehead. And that's not to say that style video isn't correct. I'd say that video would be in a year's time when you've put out a video once a week and people have sort of connected with you more.
Right.
They'll listen to you talk.
So perhaps a short intro involving the walk. And
I wouldn't even scrap any intros. So no intros anymore. Don't do any intros. But what you would do, exactly what you're talking about, but you just put your B-roll of the walk over it.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
where you start to sort of see a big drop, so you sort of see there 1 minute into cut away. Obviously you can't go back and re-edit this, but you could then cut away to place. But you can learn here how long people are willing to listen to you before you get a drop. And this is where I learn from behind the comm is when to change it up. And there are different things. I can talk to a camera in behind the comm and get huge retention rate. And it's just me with a few zooms and stuff like that. I can be talking to Nat and it sort of dives down because we haven't changed the scene and stuff. And even with you, start talking this kind of stuff, put some B-roll in, change location. So you've had 30 seconds of chat here. So you've said what you want to do, and I think it's a really good video. And it's almost ASMR. But so stop talking there. 1 minute in, stop talking, go and walk down the road a bit, continue what you're saying. It will just help that retention.
Right, noted.
I know it's easy when you're in one place just to bash out the thing, but you start doing the walk and talk. I love the sound. You got bird sound. You don't need any music on it, which is what. Okay, so then it's very low here, whereas this is a beautiful scenery. What I'd be tempted to do is actually re-edit this. I know you can't go and re-edit this video, but you could go and have a play with this one and upload it again.
Yeah,
and just
I've certainly got the footage.
Yeah,
somewhere in the depths of my dusty hard drive.
what I do is cut that video in half.
Yep.
Have your face to start with and just say what you say. You say Culver Cliff Walk. You say Culver Cliff Walk there, 10 seconds in. And then you literally cut that video there, drag that footage on your timeline over the top of the sound of you talking. You've then got a 4 or 5 minute, I don't know what, 9. If you could get that to like a 6 or 7 minute video, do you know what I mean? Drag that whole second half over the top.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So in your timeline, if I could drag Final Cut Pro over to this second screen, it doesn't want to go, but I would show you how to do that. But that'll be another lesson we'll do. So you cut that there, you drag this over, you lower the sound a little bit with the birds, so you've still got the birds behind you talking, and drag that in. I reckon you got a 6 minute video there where people are listening to you whilst you're walking, but you're not out of breath. You're not walking and talking. You're not going right.
It's just a voiceover.
Just that voiceover,
yeah.
And that's where you got get a bit clever with the B-roll.
Yeah.
B-roll. I would never recommend re-editing a video like that because, but I would see that one as your first video, maybe your first of your sort of kick up the bum. You could do a little intro and just say.
So leave that one up. Re-edit it.
Leave this one up. Do a new version of it, just because obviously you're not going to film a vlog today, or potentially tomorrow. I don't know when you want to start, but just get that one up as a 6 minute video. Just we can look back in a couple of weeks and go, wow, yeah, retention, 16% on this, because we've got to learn what your viewers are going to want.
Yep. They
might hate it. It might drop down, but I have a feeling that it'll be a lot better than this. So, and to be honest, this is only reliant on what it's being shown for. If this is being picked up on a Google search for Minehead Harbour,
yep,
you're not going to watch this video. Like
no, absolutely.
So as long as you've got to rely, that could happen. Like it could, that could happen. Oh, spike at the end. Again, we'll start to see spikes where you change everything and do things like that. So we know how to improve that video, and we know that's what we've learned from this video is actually they don't want to see you yet.
Yeah.
Which then leads into the title and thumbnail, which really comes back from where we want to go with this channel. Is it Adam James or is it promotion for the local area?
Yeah.
Because if it is Adam James, we want you on the thumbnail. If it is Minehead, again, if you're getting shown this because you want to come to the area, I don't really care about seeing your face, even though faces are great for thumbnails.
Yeah.
I want to see Culver Cliff Walk at Minehead. I don't even know where it is in Minehead. Is it North Hill? I can't, so I want to see Culver Cliff Walk in there. I don't care if it's episode 1. Why, take that out of the title. It's a potentially if you wanted to do, that, then you could just put like at the end, episode 1 or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, gotcha. Because I think just machinating things in my mind, and you saying about the Shorts channel, I know we're diving back and forward a bit, but Postcard from the Edge of Exmoor in brackets almost lends itself to being a short channel video.
Well,
maybe I don't know. Does it? Does it not?
Well, what is a postcard?
Well, postcard is a short communication written on a piece of cardboard with a picture on the back.
Well, exactly. So it's a short form letter.
Yeah, short form letter,
so instead of sending someone a letter with a couple of photos, you send them something like that. But straight away you go, right, okay, well, I wouldn't buy a postcard with you on it.
No.
From Minehead.
My mum would, but I wouldn't.
So straight away you would sort of do that. I don't know if there's you tell me there's probably is there a postcard effect in probably not if it's but you could make up your own postcard, couldn't you, and you design elsewhere and just make one up in Zara in this, and then you could sort of just go change that to a white box. Yeah, or even use like a photo of a postcard. Put that in there, and this is where like that might be that's a real good niche for your.
Yep.
Oh look. Oh, well, it's probably based on my. Yeah. That's Minehead, isn't it?
It is, yes. Mine is super. Yeah.
But it might be based on my search history and location rather than anything else. So I'm not saying this is Shutterstock, so you can't obviously just go and pinch this. But yep. Center back, delete that. Yeah, you can put a nice photo in there, make your own one up, and that could be your shorts channel, couldn't it? You put Minehead in.
Yeah.
Minehead in the background. So again, with your thumbnail here, you wouldn't, if you were doing it, obviously you've got that postcard idea now, but like, episode 1 is irrelevant. That's jumping out. And again, when you're looking at small, that's quite probably about mobile size. That Culver Cliff walk, I can hardly see. Is Culver Cliff known outside of the area?
That's the great unknown, I think. I think a lot of people, locally know about it and what it's called, but Culver Cliff certainly may not be known to people who might want to come here on a staycation, etc., as we spoke about earlier on. Yes. I don't know what else would catch the eye. Rubbish dump walk, because that's what we want.
Well, and this is the thing. If you were like, if you wanted to use this channel to sort of capture the eye, you'd say Minehead is a rubbish dump. And it's just like, because it's not, obviously they're going to click on it and see a beautiful view and a beautiful little walk around, like where people come down and stay on the harbour, don't they? So you could really sort of clickbait it in a way by making it more YouTube friendly. But again, we don't want to see episode 1 on that. We don't want to see you technically until you've built up that following. And so again, postcard from the edge of Exmoor, I would get, again, I would chuck that. If you want to keep that, use that as your shorts idea, or you would sort of just keep that episode 1 and just put it at the end. But again, it's still quite long. Take out Culver Cliff, because I don't think it's going to be relevant. You could be naughty and say Minehead Harbour End Walk.
Effectively, that's what it is, because it is down. It has.
Yeah, I think Minehead Harbour. Yeah. I mean, you know that Minehead Beach is obviously at the other end in my head, and this is the harbour end. So if you're watching and you're a com hunter, this is actually where the smallest, well, not the smallest velodrome, but the velodrome I cycled 10 miles around is. Grunley.
Which was very impressive from the point that from the perspective that he didn't throw up whilst doing it. Because
it gave me a blood clot.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that's the trouble. I was going around, it just all went to one side. So yeah, I think like, yeah, you could do something like Minehead. I mean, straight away, you take out all that. I mean, I'm not a fan of putting I used to put episodes and stuff. I'm not a fan of that, because you don't want to someone might be put off by seeing episode 1. Some people might want to see it because it says episode 1. So
gotcha.
I mean, if you just And this is where you got to find your voice, and which helps if we know that voice is going to be Edge of Exmoor, if it's going to be Adam James, we know it's going to be different. But to me, if you click on that, and you can come up with a better thumbnail than that now knowing the title, you can straight away, because it's not clickbait, because it is the old rubbish dump. So
how would Minehead had a rubbish dump sound? I don't know. It might be slightly less derogatory or clickbait. I don't know.
Well, why don't you could go Minehead's old rubbish dump, couldn't you?
Yeah.
You just play with that, and you never know, it might get picked up for Minehead. Hello, creators I follow.
There you go. Boom.
Thank you, mate.
There you are, top of the list, mate.
There we go. Let's just delete that. How's that helping your business?
No.
As ComHunt TV, I want it in there, obviously.
Of course, yeah.
But like, what you could do is what I'd do now is, and thank you for doing that, is put maybe a card in the video, or you could do now because we want people to click on the blog. So me as your friend go, why are you putting people onto ComHunt? This is not ComHunt. This is nothing to do with ComHunt. Gotcha. Yes, it's the same location. Gotcha. But the people watching this, nice and chilled out, relaxed, are going to have a fit on ComHunt TV.
Yeah, smack in the face.
But you could, and that's the kind of thing. It's like this video is more important to click to. Say, want to find a bit more out about Adam James and the process of the thoughts behind the channel? Come and watch us talk for 56 minutes about nothing. Yeah, so that's me being harsh, and like obviously thank you for putting it in there, and I do appreciate it, and it is super important to do stuff like that. More importantly is playlists and stuff like that. You know I'll give you honest. I'm not going to come here and say, can we put my link?
Please be brutal. Please be brutal as you feel you need to be to kick my ass to get me doing something.
Well, I'm Scott Hewish telling you, trying to help you with this. I'm not ComHunt TV trying to get more views. But ComHunt TV, if you are new to this channel, I do have a comment. I just want you to make videos, and I think you're a great video creator, and it's just sad to see someone with your skills not pushing yourself to do more of it, because I know you enjoy doing it. I do. You'd love to be doing it. So, and is this kind of stuff? What's this? Is this an affiliate link?
It was just a link so people could go and see the kit I used. There it is.
Okay.
It's that one.
This one. Yeah. So what you do, anyone can set up Amazon Associates. So
I've got an Amazon Associate account actually, because on one of the blogs there's a link to, which blog is it? Anyway, there's a link to a book written by a UK-based adventurer I follow.
Great.
I don't think it sold any, but it was like a shop link to buy the book.
And like this, so this is an affiliate thing. So if I click here, you go and put your own one in, obviously, but straight away you've got that, and microphone. It's just tight. It's just making it all look a bit tidier.
Yep.
And again, you go and put your own links in. Go to text link. Copy. And what a little tip, again, I'm not teaching you all to suck eggs here. I try and do this most of the time. Just do that and just put, even though it is a Rode mic and we know it's a Rode mic video, it's just like microphone. Why is that? Mr. Nar. Microphone I use. Something like that. And put the Amazon link first, so it's nice and neat.
Gotcha.
Again, and it's not a review for Zuzu and Smooth Force. It's like my gimbal.
Yep.
To you can tell I've got a new keyboard and the spacing's all a bit wrong. Gimbal. AL. EL.
Yeah, pretty sure.
EL. AL. Oh, you're going to go and edit this later anyway. My gimbal. Make smooth. There you go.
Cool.
You're not telling them which one it is, so straight away. Again, you haven't got a link for that. It's irrelevant. I know. I'm quite impressed. It's shot on an iPhone 2016, but Sue, who's looking to book a holiday down in Minehead, don't give a toss, does she?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, that was more of a nerdy thing, really.
Yeah. Well, and stuff like that. So, and again, my blog website, it's just like learn more about Minehead.
Cool.
So yes, it is a blog website, but blog is a bit of a funny word anyway, isn't it? It's just like so tech I use, and what you could do is once you got a few bits like there, tech, you could go in and just add loads there. So what I've done there, microphone I use, we know it's a Rode mic thing. If someone sees it's a Rode mic, whatever it was, they might not even bother going to click on the link. But just like saying microphone I use, they have to go and see. They have to click the link to go and see, oh, it's one of those. They've clicked your affiliate link. Anything that anyone buys in the next 24 hours, you get a commission on. All right, so you might not sell one of these, but potentially you're almost clickbaiting them to click. Yeah. Because they love the sound. Yeah. They love that sound. And actually, I need to save that. You can do what you want with the title.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, but let's just go there. Again, so that's a really good tip as well. What happens is, again, tags. You don't need to put hashtag in front of these, and tags are irrelevant now. YouTube's come out and said tags are relevant. But that's
interesting.
Yeah, don't waste your time. I still do them. And I recommend you still do them. When you've got TubeBuddy, you can actually then go and see if you're ranking for any of these search terms. So if you wanted to put Adam James, Minehead, you add that. You can see if you're ranking. So where I sort of do main channel races or Canyon, I can see on my main channel that I was just going to show you that link quickly. So you can see there, oh, microphone I use. I don't know what it is. Bang, straight through 24 hours. If you go and buy some Sharpies in 24 hours, you get the commission on that. So let's just quickly show you the tags. So if I put Canyon Air Road. Not going to appear now. Right, so this is my video here. All right, this one.
Yeah.
You can see it's 74. Again, I've clickbaited the title. I got picked up for a search. Then I changed the title to match what it was getting picked up for. So I can go into this video. So it's going to get people going on for that. That's why I re-edited this video. It's not quite right. It's just annoying that this is the one. So these are all the tags, and then I can go and see using TubeBuddy where I'm appearing for all searches. So Venge versus Air Road, which is 2 models, I can double click there and it will give me some stuff like, I should make another video with that technically, but you can go into results and you can see I'm the first one.
Gotcha. Yep.
So what would happen there is if it's not very big there, is it? What would happen there is then I can sort of use that to go, right, actually, I might retitle the video. I might change some of the text. I might change the thumbnail. I changed the thumbnail to that after I started to appear in some of the searches, which just leads on and leads on. So with your tags, you could do the same thing. So if you wanted to put Minehead walks or best walks in Minehead, when you start to see one of those tags performing quite well, you could then go and change lots of other stuff about that video, add more descriptions, create a playlist from one of those popular tags.
Okay.
If someone's saying if the best walks in Minehead it's getting found for, get it in a playlist. So when it's then they watch it, they can go into your other walks of Minehead, and it might lead you into what kind of content you want to make as well. And we can go and look at that later on as well. So that would be quite interesting. And episode 2. This was a bit different, wasn't it?
It was, and it was very impromptu. I was tasked by a very dear friend of mine who works full time for the RNLI as a trainer to go and help him make a little film him doing some video updates, because the crews had been in, obviously everybody was locked down, so the crews weren't allowed to train during the main lockdown period. So when the first lockdown was coming to an end, the RNLI wanted to make some videos to just refresh people's memories about, on this particular occasion, was the daily checks and things to look for, and how to maintain what's called a SLARS carriage, which is what the lifeboat, like there is at Ilfracombe, sits on and is launched from. And so we went down. I went down with him. We took full precautions because obviously we're just coming out of the first lockdown, and we went through. If I can find the video has been published on the RNLI's intranet site. So obviously it's an internal crew training video.
As in shared the link, or they posted it separately.
Yeah, no, they posted it. I mean, this was just the aftermath of filming that.
Right.
In as much as I took part in a short exercise. Obviously, for those that don't know, I was a volunteer with the RNLI for 27 years. And so I know the Ilfracombe guys anyway. And
thank you for your service.
Thank you, bless you. And they took me out on a very short exercise, on an engine run exercise, and a couple of the bits and pieces around the bay. And I got to say, she's a fabulous boat. The bit that you didn't see, quite funnily, she's driven by water jets. So you've got 2 really big diesel engines driving a water jet, and they can literally stop in a boat's length from full throttle to nothing.
Wow.
The forces that are produced during that manoeuvre. So I got asked if I was hanging on, and I said, yeah, I'm hanging on. I really wasn't hanging on enough. Let's put it that way. Anyway, we'll leave that there. But yeah, so it was just on a whim. I was down there filming for the RNLI.
Yeah.
I put all these clips together that are somewhere on the RNLI's internal training website, and this came as an added bonus. So I thought, stuff it, let's vlog it. Just something simple, because people, a lot of people in the United Kingdom support the lifeboats. It's a great charity. It's a great organisation. They do really good works. And a lot of people are followers of the institution as well, so not necessarily on the cruise or live near the sea, but there's a great sort of enthusiasts following. So I thought, stuff it, let's put it up, see where it goes.
Yeah, well, again, like with that retention and stuff, retention's loads better because it's being found, I guess, by people who are searching there for the lifeboat launch. But again, so what we found there was the search terms are... So 50% of all of your traffic since this video is published has been from YouTube search. So people typing in Ilfracombe, lifeboat launch, Merchant Navy, and RNLI. So what we would do there is look at those and go, right, we got to help YouTube recommend this to the right people, because you're not helping them at the moment. You're hindering them by going, right, episode 2, Ilfracombe lifeboat is that. So again, we'll take out all of that.
Yeah.
And we'll put RNLI. I mean, does it matter that it's on exercise? Would it be any different if it wasn't?
Yeah, if it wasn't on exercise, it will either be on passage, which has been delivered to another station or back to base, or on service, so they actually be actively engaged in a rescue mission.
So what you film there, how different is it from being on exercise? Like, do they do it any faster? Do they go out
No. Obviously, on a service call, the whole launch would be probably quite a bit quicker.
Okay. Well, you can watch it in 2 times speed on YouTube. So what I'm saying is, like, exercise, I would say, is almost like, obviously we know what the term means.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's sort of already I'm thinking, it's going to be boring compared to a real life launch.
Yeah, it would be very relevant to obviously RNLI crew members and RNLI enthusiasts. That word exercise, that would indicate that it's a training exercise. and not a service call and not a passage.
So I think for this purpose, we'd make sure. Oh, it probably is in the description, isn't it, somewhere about that kind of stuff. I would take out exercise because it kind of, for me, it sort of makes it a little bit less clickable.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I think I'm a complete outsider, but I think like I understand what it means, and that you're going on exercise. It'd be like when at rugby, if I wanted to watch a rugby game, some of the games at the end of a training session were just as brutal as real matches.
Yes,
but I'd rather watch a real match than,
of course,
a training session. So and I just put launch.
Cool.
Because it's a nice little video for that. I'm not saying it's going to sort of get people in to your channel and become subscribers and stuff, but like if they like that kind of stuff, you're quite knowledgeable. You haven't said anything about that video. You haven't at the start to go, right, just let you know, it's, you know, wherever it was, June 2020, we're gonna literally launch. I'm on an exercise here with the RNLI. They're going to use this little video, so and that kind of thing. You can sort of talk through, and it can sort of be its own thing.
I want to share something with you now.
Yeah.
That a video. I'm sure this isn't going to detract from, and you don't have to play it now. Obviously, play it at your leisure. I'll send it to your messenger 2 seconds.
You've got it on. There's a private chat thing in the StreamYard. Yeah. So on the right hand side, you've got a private chat.
Yes, you have. Okay, so private chat. So I'm going to put you a link in there. Boom. There we go. To a video that I made. Again, it was a spur of the moment thing. Quite a few years ago now. I think I've been copyright flagged for the music track, even though I bought it from a licensable vendor, if you see what I mean. I forget the terminology now. So it has had a copyright strike against it because of the music track.
Yeah.
And the intro is very long, so you might want to skip through this bit. But it is actually water skiing behind a fishing boat. Which I forget how many hits it had now. It's, I don't know, nearly 2,000.
Nearly 2,000.
Yeah.
So let me just, obviously this is your other account.
Yeah, that's just the account I sort of dump stuff on.
Yeah. So again with that one, like it, you know, as it's small, I mean, you try and tell me what's happening in that video. I know it's small on your screen, but you've got to try and look at these a bit smaller. It's like that to me is a perfect video of going, obviously you got what you can do because the intro's long, and I didn't hear the music, but because the intro's long, what you can do is put your chapters in. So you can go and put a timestamp in and just go, you can put getting going, and then it's like action starts here in big capital letters on that timestamp. You have to have 3 timestamps for them to activate, and you always have to start with the zero timestamp, so 0.00. Otherwise they won't activate. But that, like, you know, you could take a better screenshot from that video along the way, or you could make your own, or you could sort of ham it up a bit, and then you just put and the title, POV, point of view videos are huge. POV, a water skiing behind a fishing boat. So, because I'm sure that would be a better than with a fishing boat.
Yeah. I dig, yeah.
And put, you know, get POV in there somewhere, water skiing POV. And your things, and then what you want to do is then start putting cards in this one. Cards are the little pop-up things that you get on the top right, which will point you to different videos, different playlists. Cool. Start pushing like this kind of content. Come over, and I'm not saying you're going to replicate this on Edge of Exmoor, but you could do some stuff, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, because if I re-edited that particular video, that is one that could go on the Edge of Exmoor, because you've got...
Yeah. Where is it? Where is this?
It's in Minehead Bay.
Right. So, yeah, good point. On your vlog, we saw... So let's just save that. Again, that is perfect. And with that, I know it's a RNL lifeboat, but can you tell it's an RNL lifeboat from there?
You can see a little bit of the flag, but that's about it. Maybe.
Yeah, but if you're on a phone, I would... Again, doesn't have to be a screenshot. I would take Ilfracombe out.
Yep.
and I would put a better shot of you've probably got loads of photos of boats and from down there, haven't you, and stuff like that, and just put the RNLI logo here.
Yeah, that's there might be copyright issues with that.
Well, you've done a video for.
Yeah, I know, but
all right. Well, ignore that then. Just put it in big text.
Moving on.
Put it in big text, and then just literally just here we go. Just whack that in. Let's upload that. Oh, I didn't download it. Oh, I copied it. Did I copy it? Or just whack that in, big text, launch, like lifeboat launch or something like that, nice and big, and it will help everyone's eye. Get rid of episode 2. Also, get rid of your Edge of Exmoor down the bottom left.
Yeah.
Because again, you want people to go. Oh, how can I? Yeah. Let me just. You want their eye to go to the boat, and if we're pushing the eye to the boat, we're sort of pulling the eye back up to the top left because you've got this big black bold text which is on a nice clear background with again episode 2, which is irrelevant to anyone looking. It's important to you and me potentially, but even if you got rid of that, put that bit bigger, you could have this as the background image and put a little lifeboat cut out there or something. And just help the eye flow through, because at the moment, as you know, with graphic design, obviously you've got the Edge of Exmoor, the eye is going, well, you wanting the eye to go to the boat, but it's not, it's stuck here.
It's putting back there, it's the old thirds thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the last thing, you're going down to the Edge of Exmoor, which again is reversed out. You're looking at you're reading the black on the light, and then you're reversing out, so it's not very comfortable to read. And just help the eye a bit. But again,
it's just a distraction that's unnecessary.
Yeah, it's an old thumbnail, and the video quality is standard on that, but you filmed it on your iPhone 7 Plus.
Yeah, that was on the iPhone 7 Plus. So it was filmed in. It wasn't filmed in 4K. I don't think. I think it was only filmed in 1080.
I don't think it's even showing as 1080 though.
720, I think it is. Sorry, it's filmed in
720. Yeah.
But interestingly, here's the rub. Okay, I produced the video in Apple's own video maker. Remind me, Scott.
iMovie.
And it won't allow you to. The version I've got won't allow me to export a video that's larger than 720.
On Mac or on a phone?
On Mac, yeah. On my it's my old iMac.
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you do maybe the project that you started editing was 720 in the first place, potentially?
Could be. Okay, I'll have a look in the preferences and see if I can start a bigger resolution project, if that makes sense. Yeah,
maybe. I don't know. It might, but you should be able to do that. And again, the old things with the old YouTube, that looks so much cleaner.
Yeah, it does.
And you are literally just telling people what's happening in that video.
Right. Okay.
I mean, you're not. Doesn't matter if it's episode 2 or 22 or Edge of Exmoor. Everyone knows if they're finding it via those search terms of RNLI, Ilfracombe, lifeboat, then hopefully you've just helped YouTube nudge it to the right people. Okay,
so the information that I had is completely irrelevant. The information at the start of the title was irrelevant. It's just got to be essentially what it is, what they're watching.
For your kind of content, yes, but don't be afraid to clickbait it, because obviously like that Minehead, Minehead dump, it's all about the Minehead dump technically.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Clickbait's got a bad reputation, isn't it? But I see clickbait as long as you deliver, it's making something clickable, doesn't have to be clickbait.
So I'm just looking at the messages. Is okay.
Yeah, you've seen it.
Yeah, not very often.
So again, you got keywords here higher up. So again, you want Ilfracombe higher up. So an RL lifeboat station based in Ilfracombe. So you've got Ilfracombe higher up. Obviously, it's funded. It is funded. Yeah. Again, this is important. This is what, like, it's been found. You get in a search for Navy, so that stuff's important. But you also potentially you could have a whole video talking about that.
Let's put it this way. Yes, yes, and yes. And it's something I've wanted to do for a very long time. And I won't go into the story right now, but all I'll say is it's worthy certainly of a book.
If not a Hollywood movie.
If not a Hollywood movie, because the events that surrounded a particular episode of his life involved delivering a boat from Aberdaron in northwest Wales to Minehead when he bought it in the I think it was in the mid-60s. And they were caught out in hurricane force winds. The engine seized up and they had to sail home from Milford Haven on a jury-rigged single foresail. And he took my two uncles with him. My dad was away at sea at the time as a merchantman. And it was an incredible journey. Yeah, I think it's worthy of a film, and certainly a book. But we'll talk about that, because that boat still exists.
Yeah, I think, well, yeah, Kickstart.
Yeah.
But Kickstarter. Again, just quickly on this one, we'll change this to travel and events, because travel, like the categories, again, probably not as important. But again, you know, lots of people say doesn't matter, but it's worth doing it. Allow people to sample this content. This is quite a new thing that's happened, so people can actually sample this content and use it in a short. And so yeah, tick that, because again, it all comes back to you for promotion. And location, obviously here we want Ilfracombe.
Yep.
So you did this in the Minehead one for your content. So what happens with this, if you put the video location here and we press save and refresh that one, it pops up here, which is good.
Okay, so, right, yes.
Which is a good thing to do, because people can then click that and other Ilfracombe videos come up. Ilfracombe massive, there we are. But what happens is some people don't like it because it easily gets people to click away from the content. What I do, if it's relevant to a location, I'll definitely use it. The trouble is, if you can have hashtags in videos, and you can have as many hashtags as you want, but you can only have I'll make sure I know which button does what on my new keyboard. We'll get them in, Adam.
That's fine.
There we are, I'm an expert. There you are. Hashtag RNLI lifeboat. So we've got hashtags. So if we press save on that now, go back to your video, it still says Ilfracombe. If we then go back to your video, delete the video location, press save, go back there, refresh your video, we've got hashtags.
Genius.
I don't know if you can see those.
Yes, I can. Yeah, right. Yeah, genius. Yeah, okay.
So you've just got to decide here what's more important, which would probably be, I assume maybe I'm assuming the lifeboat, the hashtags would be more important than the location.
In this case, yes, it would be.
I know it's very Ilfracombe based, but I could see a lot of people from up north and all the other lifeboats going, I think if you're searching for Ilfracombe, it's not a video you want to find if you're coming to look and stay in Ilfracombe, is it?
No, it's not. No, absolutely not. Because
it will be shown to people.
Then you wouldn't really, it wouldn't really feature on your list. You know what I mean?
So I think for this case, I would put RNL lifeboat and something else, maybe launch or whatever, lifeboat launch. So then what happens if people click on that? You get obviously RNLI. Anyone that's used that, beep beep, it's call out time. But what happens is potentially is that you could be on this video and you type in RNLI and potentially Adam's video could pop up.
Okay.
All right.
Brilliant. So, thank you. Thank you. Now that is.
You can only have 3 that will appear, up to 3. You can have more hashtags. So you can have 20 hashtags here, but only 3 will appear in that section.
Right. And is it always the first 3?
Yeah, always the first 3. So just stick with 3 important ones. And that's where, like, sometimes I would put Com Hunt or live stream or something like that. But, well, potentially this video. What's this video say? Got to find it now. What's my name? And if I have done it, it'd be interesting. Curious Fun Centre. We'll get into that. Live now. It's a hell of a thumbnail.
It's a beast.
Yeah, so channel review, YouTube channel review there. So there you go, there's Adam. So well worth doing. Where you've done it in the Minehead one, so location will always replace the hashtags in that section.
Right.
All right, so if you want the hashtags to appear, you have to take out the location. And where you've done Minehead, I think for your walking one, Minehead is spot on. I'd even go, even on your walking one, what I would do is go into the walking one, and you probably, where you've got Minehead in video location,
yep,
Minehead Harbour.
Yep.
It's then even more specific. I mean, you'd want some other ones that just say Minehead, but you might have more chance of appearing in other people's videos that have tagged Minehead Harbour than you would with your own. And you can always just double check that.
There it is. Boom.
So Minehead Harbour, right? There's only one other video that's done that. Remains of Minehead. So what I'm going to do is change it back to Minehead.
Cool.
All right, because the reason we're doing this is to appear in search,
right,
and potentially get recommended. So if there was 20 videos there, I would have kept it as Minehead Harbour, but it's not. So back to Minehead, and what we do is refresh, save. You want to go and watch that video now, don't you?
Yes, yeah, I do actually. Yeah.
So then,
I've watched a few of his videos. I think yeah, it's the same order. It's the same.
Yeah. So this is a good one. So obviously I've just hit that Minehead button, and you can see here these two vlogs. So this is most Minehead thing we've ever done is just a seaside one.
Mm-hmm.
That's me there, and this one, because this racing electric scooters was very relevant to Minehead. So I just made sure it said Minehead on there, so it potentially could appear on some search. There we go.
Scott, I've got to go.
Because we were only going to be 20 minutes.
I know, and I've forgotten to do something. I'm on call for work this weekend and for the rest of the week.
Well,
this has been so engrossing. I completely forgot to go and pick the phone and the work keys up. Mate,
well, we've pretty much. Well, we'll catch up. You're going to vlog for the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
Daily upload. We'll talk about shorts another time.
Yeah.
And we'll check back in 2 weeks' time. We'll have another chat. Won't be as long as this one, and we'll go through your improved channel stats.
Mate, thank you so much. And,
thank you, mate.
I'm looking forward to the journey.
See you soon.
Cheers, brother. Bye-bye.
Bye. Right, so hopefully he's not too offended with anything I said there. You can easily rip into someone for creating content, and people can rip into my channel. We didn't go in too deep into doing that because he isn't producing content. So the best thing we need to do is to get Adam making content, and then we'll have more stats to look at. We'll have viewer retention. We'll have click-through rate. I mean, I'm not too interested in the click-through rate at the moment on this, with the average view retention being so low, because there's only 100 people watching it or something. So we want a few more steady ones. We'll then see what stuff works, what doesn't, and we can go from there and hopefully decide on his direction after the next 2 weeks, decide on his direction of YouTube, if he's going to continue on Edge of Exmoor, or if potentially we'll rebrand it to Adam James. I know he's got an Adam James channel, but we could easily rebrand this to be about him, almost like we've done with the Scott Hewish channel. This is like Behind the Com 2.0. So, yeah, we went through that, search titles. We went through a lot of stuff there. So sorry, it's been a long one. I didn't want it to be too long, but when Adam starts talking about stuff he's passionate about, it's easy to get lost in chat, and I'll just go on talking about YouTube all day, every day. So thank you very much for joining, all three of you that are still here. Hopefully you've just learned something, or met Adam, met a creator, trying to get another creator online, trying to get more of my friends doing YouTube. Mainly with Adam, it's trying to get him to do things he loves doing. So if you are still watching this and you haven't watched it in 2 times the speed, well done, congratulations. We'll see you in 2 weeks, and we'll catch up with Adam. There's a link in the bio in the description, so please go and check him out, and we'll see you soon. What day is it tomorrow? Saturday. Well, this is his video here. This one. This is